Guys,
it finally happened.
What's up, Lite Brite Nation?
We're pregnant!
You better not be, because I've had a vasectomy.
Can you tell? Can you see the baby bump? Is it there? The answer had better been no, because he's right. I'm not freaking pregnant. It's
me.
Chris. But for no, really, we're not pregnant.
We are.
We're pregnant.
And we just found out it's a boy, and we're super excited.
It's a boy! That was kind of all of our most excited moment. I think we were all really nervous to hear that.
I was surprised. I told Kevin, and he was just like, yes! And came running out of the bedroom, and I was like, whoa, buddy.
He was like, we found out what it is. I was like, hold on, let's get Brittany. Like, it's a boy. I was like, yeah!
So here's the thing, is this is a really, really big change for Lite Brite Nation as a whole, for us, obviously, specifically for all of us. Them the most, realistically, them the most. But we've known this for about a month and a half, give or take now. Yeah. So this is something we've known for a little while.
But we've known that they've wanted to, and things would change in the future. So like, we've been making steps for future plans for a little while.
We always knew Chris would not be here forever. We knew that that would be the case. We hoped it wouldn't be this soon. We hoped it wouldn't be ever. But we knew, all good things must come to an end at some point. And the reality of it is, our life, the Lite Brite YouTube life, is not a very stable one. There is no structure in our life whatsoever, which they can attest to.
Our last structured trip ended up being unstructured after the first day.
Yeah. That's how
we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this. We made it to this, and Kevin goes, we're just gonna go to this.
Nothing is really ever what it should be, and we're very adaptable. But having a child, sometimes you can't be that way. And the other unfortunate side of YouTube is a 24/7 job that really has zero benefits in terms of like financial. We don't have health insurance, which means by proxy, Chris doesn't really have health insurance other than like,
we just pay out of pocket.
We just pay out of pocket for him.
Like, crap, why did you have to cut your hand? Although he just glues it.
We'll buy the super glue for you. And like we don't really have this 401k. We don't really have a lot of the things that most really well-established businesses are able to provide for their employees.
Or what people starting a family want and need.
Really need in order to like really plan for their future. And so we understand this, and we knew it was happening. We are so freaking happy for Chris and Pam. We cannot express this enough.
It's bittersweet. And honestly, it's bittersweet.
But it is very bittersweet because ultimately what we're getting to is Chris and Pam are leaving Lite Brite Nation.
Well, I have to grow up and get a real job.
So Chris has lived with us since we own the house. It's been 2.5 years, and that was the whole deal. He lives here, works here, and gets to come on trips and all that stuff.
Yeah,
so
plays here,
takes care of the pups, and
take a shower.
And then Pam moved in.
They've been happy, and she's been able to, well, I say work, she's helped Chris out in the shop. You've probably seen her in a lot of the recent videos.
She doesn't like to talk in the videos.
She doesn't like being on camera.
She just wants to work.
This is like a nightmare, a living nightmare to her right now. So round of applause for Pam. We're gonna put her on the spot.
You've seen her working, but just like in not slow-mo, in time lapse. Like you'll just see her like do. She's a badass. She knows about cars. She likes working on cars.
That old Bronco you see in the back of our videos is hers all the time, which eventually they'll get to, because obviously it has to go to the baby when it turns 16, So
I hope it doesn't take another 16 years to build, though.
If you remember, like when it first got here, we like took it apart, and then we found out she was pregnant. So
it looked better before.
It did.
Pump the brakes
it
before it does.
It did. But they showed up, and then now we've been in a big crunch time because pregnancy moves very fast. It's not an elephant 2-year gestation period. So
2-year gestation. He learned that in Thailand.
I did learn that in Thailand. And there's a lot of stuff that needs to get done. So Chris has been. That's why you've seen all the shop videos. Chris has been busting butt trying to get everything done.
Yeah. And like we said, it's a bittersweet thing. But the sweet part is that we're really happy for them. Part of the bitter part is that we're really sad that they're leaving, because not only has he been our fabricator, has he been our mechanic, has he been our roommate, he's also been one of our best friends for the last 2.5 years. So
and dog sitter
and puppy sitter,
plumber,
and
we're the dog godparents,
and electrician,
the dog godparents. And so it is bitter in that way. The other part and the other reason we're making this video, obviously, other than to let you guys know that Chris will be leaving. He's not leaving yet. We still got a lot of projects we're wrapping up in the shop, but there is a deadline to them, and there is a deadline to them leaving. But in addition to that, Kevin and I have had the last month and a half to really plan what all of this means for our future, because you guys know, most of you guys know where we live. We have a huge property with this massive shop. We have a huge house with like several bedrooms and just the two little 10-pound dogs.
And containers and 3 garages and we have a lot of stuff.
And we have really come to terms over the last month and a half that especially without Chris or without the help to maintain all of this.
And Pam helping.
And Pam has been a massive help in a lot of ways as well. But without any help, no, this is not something that Kevin and I can maintain on our own, especially when we're not even here most of the year.
Yeah.
And so the other bittersweet, and it is a bittersweet part also for us, is that we are going to be downsizing a lot, and the process has already started.
Like I sold the Ferrari, we sold the Supra, because those are the 2 least used, but we're going to sell the Bronco Raptor, so if you're looking for Bronco Raptor with a bunch of mods, well,
with a new bumper,
mods.
We're putting a new bumper.
Yeah, but like it has
fenders.
It has the billet, it has a billet steering rack, it has a billet tie rods, it's got better tires, so stuff like that. We're probably selling her Drift Corvette.
The YXCs for
YXC
sale.
1000. So if you guys want anything that we own besides the stepchild and the buggy,
other than the side check and the stepchild,
everything's kind of for sale.
A lot of other stuff is kind of up to sale. We're also looking into possibly either selling or renting out this property in our house.
So if you're looking for a house here in Utah or you want to rent it.
And a lot of people have mentioned over the years that Chris has been here. Like, oh, you guys, you know, what would you do without Chris? Like, and stuff like that. And
sell everything.
Sell everything. Well, it's fine. It's totally fine. Like
I've had to keep him busy is all it is. I'm just like, okay, what else? I just got to buy more shit.
Just got to buy more stuff. So Chris can work on
the Jimny. I don't know if we're going to keep the Jimny.
We're keeping the Jimny.
She wants to keep the Jimny.
I want to keep the Jimny. But the thing is like we're selling all this stuff. But in addition to that, like, a lot of people have asked, like, what would you do without Chris? And the thing is, a lot of you, I feel like, either are new or have forgotten, like, once upon a time, there wasn't a Chris. And those might have been sadder times than current times because Chris has been so amazing, but it's also been so convenient having our own fabricator in-house to do these wild things.
Well, yeah, you see this thing?
But once upon a time, Kevin and I literally lived out of this Jeep, traveling across the country. And when we needed help, we either did it ourselves, we turned to people we knew, or we turned to shops that we built connections with around the country. And that's kind of what we think we might be going back to. Maybe not living out of the Jeep. We kind of haven't figured out the living situation.
I've got it.
At this point.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. I got that shift pod upstairs.
Hey, what?
Yeah, that thing's awesome.
But in general, this video is just to let you guys know that this year, 2024, a lot of changes are coming to the Lite Brite Nation channel.
We're kind of getting back to, we want to travel more, we want to go to new places, so if you have cool events in your area, comment or send us information on it, because we want, there's the main big events all around the country.
Easter Jeep Safari, Jeep Beach, Great Smoky Mountains, the ones we go to every single year.
And Bantam, which we've only been to once, but we want more like local decent events that people would love us to come out and just kind of show their local trails. So really, comments fine, and email would be great, and I can start making a list. But we want to like hit other stuff. We're going to start hitting like national parks and doing cool stuff. But
we want to get back to
want to drive the Jeep. I'm
sort
so
of our
tired
roots.
of not driving that Jeep. I want to just drive that Jeep.
We definitely want to get back a little more to our roots, where we had quite a few less stuff, and we did more traveling to more obscure places, and we had a lot of fun doing that. Not that we haven't had a blast in our current situation, and we've made incredible friends along the way, but we also made incredible friends and met incredible people when we were traveling across the country, doing a lot of crazy wild stuff as well, and we didn't have a home base necessarily. So.
No, we didn't. We were literally homeless, and we've stayed with you guys. We've literally stayed with like more than 100 subscribers when we had nothing, and they opened our homes to us. But no, we just want to come to these more local, cool like events for your area, and just get back to actually traveling and wheeling and exploring.
Because I feel, and Chris can probably attest to this, a lot of the last year or two has been focused a lot on new vehicles and new builds.
New stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it's been focused a lot on just kind of buying new vehicles, doing a lot of new builds. We have done a ton of wheeling. I feel like the adventure side of what we used to do sort of started dwindling when we bought this home and we have this shop and we, you know, had this fabricator at home. And
we were like, I can do all this cool shit now. Well, I can't. He can't.
Yeah. And so we are going to start reconnecting with a lot of the shops across the country, which we never really lost connection with, but that's what we're probably going to do. And not to say that we won't ever see Chris again.
No, there'll only be a few hours
how
up the
we
road.
met.
Through a shop.
Through a shop.
Yeah.
So
My
like
favorite Mexican Danny.
Yeah.
Who might be working on
Customs.
this thing soon.
I know you
Don't
might
mess it up.
If you've been with the channel a long time, you know who Danny is. He was my favorite mechanic before Chris showed up.
And he was a really good friend of mine who introduced me to these.
Yeah.
So it's all good, and this benefits us. It benefits the shops. It allows us to do content at shops and promote them. It allows them to help us out, and it's just a nice, big, happy family all around the country.
And I'm hoping that this will be a really big benefit for you guys as well and for the Lite Brite Nation, because it's a big change of pace. A lot of things are going to be different, and I'm hoping most of those things we know most of those things are for their good. They might be bittersweet, like them leaving, but they're starting a family.
Yeah.
And we know how much Brittany loves kids.
I'll tell you how much she likes kids. She likes kids so much that she had me neutered.
In my defense, that was also your decision as well, sir. Yeah. But just so you guys know, I like kids, just not 24/7. I love my niece Layla.
She loves looking at him on Instagram. Oh, look at this cute kid.
Falling down the slide. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm just kidding.
Wait. No, stop. Everybody stop. Her favorite Instagram channel.
Don't tell them that.
Her favorite Instagram. Kids getting hurt. If you haven't seen it, go to Instagram, type in kids getting hurt.
Stop it. People, you're gonna
I
make
follow it too.
But we do
Well,
love
now
kids.
you can add to it.
We have nieces. We're about to have a nephew. I'm gonna call it. We're gonna be aunt and uncle Brittany. We're the cool aunts and uncles in my family and in his family, and we love that. I absolutely love that. I get to dote on kids without the struggle of figuring out how do we take a child to Thailand for 30 days. So it's a balance for us.
There's Power Wheel Jeeps here in the back patio.
Oh, there is. We have
and BB guns.
Yeah, all kinds of gun fun stuff.
Why are we leaving?
We're never here. Actually, that was my question. I'm like, this is basically your house. We're gone like 9 months out of the year.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know.
It's a lot of house to take here.
But it is.
And then I get puppy cuddles.
That is true.
Every morning.
Yeah, peanut butter and jelly. We haven't broken the news to them yet, but
they know.
They know.
They're all
like
over
kids.
my belly.
I'm just kidding. Actually, we were gone the last couple weeks even, and they don't give a crap about Chris.
No,
it's all about Pam now.
Yeah, they
so
know.
we're pretty sure they know.
Yeah.
But guys,
so yeah, everything's for sale besides the stepchild and the buggy. So hit us up if you're.
And I mean everything. You guys don't know, like we have a Unimog on the
I've
property.
got a Unimog back there I have to sell. I've got a JK.
Two-door JK.
Two-door JK.
JK
Our
on
friend
40s. Aaron's. His is for sale.
It went on the Rubicon Trail with us.
that one.
He's told us that we can just sell that off.
He wants a four-door because he has a baby.
He has a baby now, so he needs a four-door. So there's a two-door JK on the property.
So yes, we do have a Unimog if you're interested in a Unimog. It needs work, but it does run.
It does run.
Does run.
Yeah.
But if it needs work, it's super cool.
Really, this is just to let you guys know about all the changes that are coming.
They're all for the good too. They're not.
Yeah, I say that a lot of them might be bittersweet, but ultimately all of them are for the good of everybody. They're happy. We're happy. We might be sad a little bit also.
You said that 30
but
times.
Because it's not easy. Like, and he's not even.
Little...
They're not even going that far away. But like, still, it
like
just
far away.
feels...
We're only going to see him a few times a year, probably.
Yeah.
Because we never go up there.
Yeah,
but you can.
We could.
I mean, there's a possibility I'll be around in the future to build different stuff.
Yeah.
Chris is still going to be fabricating, so there is a good chance as we work with these other shops that we might still see Chris in the future if we have a rad something that we want to build in the future.
Or this needs work on, and because he's built the whole thing and nobody else should touch it.
No one else knows it as good as Chris does. So there's a good chance.
There's 11 pounds of crap in this 10-pound bag, I'm telling you right now.
There is.
It is.
It's 10 pounds of potatoes in a 5-pound sack.
It definitely is.
That's really it. We're just kind of babbling on at this point, but it's, like I said, it's all really good news, and we just wanted to finally get to a point where we could share it with you. So in future videos, you'll probably hear Chris mention it because for some reason, people don't watch all of our videos. What's up with that? But
yeah, if you guys did, we could pay Chris more to stay.
This is all y'all's fault. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways,
no, literally
guys.
when they told us. Yeah. Just real quick. We sat down, and they were like quiet. And she's like, "Are you gonna tell him?" She's like, and then she's like, "We're pregnant." And I was like,
I said,
what did you?
I said,
is that
all right, cool, April Fools. No, but for real, what's going on? Like, what?
Because we just got back from Thailand. We were gone for a month, and we were like, the next night we were home. They were sitting down to dinner, and everybody was quiet. And she's like, "Rip the Band-Aid off, Chris." Just so I'm telling. And then when they said
we weren't gonna text it.
Yeah. And then they finally said it, and I was just like, how did that happen?
Brittany goes, "Congratulations."
Because you never know.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Question mark? What a question mark.
Anyways, guys, it's all good news. We hope you're as excited for Chris and Pam as we are. We hope you're as excited for the changes coming to Lite Brite Nation as we are. It's all going to be fantastic. We love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, especially follow along, guys. As always, we all love you. Little baby Chris and Pam love you. And we will see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.